Good morning, afternoon, or evening, dear yogis. This is Echo at our Echo Yoga. And I am tuning in from beautiful Manchester, United Kingdom, in the wonderful home that I like to call the castle. My dear friend, Nikki, that owns Manchester Yoga Center, has been so grateful to host me in her wonderful home. And hopefully soon you will be seeing a video or two of her guest teaching here on the channel. And what I want to speak to is not the sweetest subject, actually, but I've just come from India where I sat on a death and dying retreat, meaning I was studying for 9 days in silence in a Buddhist meditation center there, the process of dying and the experience of death. And although I've had some of these kind of near-death experiences and profound experiences that have been enhanced in a way or induced in my lively experience to feel as if I've died, I have always come back to the body. I'm here in the world. I have the body, I have the role as Echo. And what this retreat and what these studies really brought up for me through the meditation and through the practices was the reality of really allowing myself to understand the process in which each of us are going to go through, and including myself, that I don't get away from that there is a mortality. And no matter how well I treat my body and no matter how much yoga I do, that is something inevitably that I will experience. And it doesn't have to be something that I run from in fear or that I suffer from, but it can be a reality that I invite in and that I allow that transition to be one of peace as well. That in that moment, I can say, I too choose this, and I can detach from this physical realm as Echo and experience something else unknown and extraordinary and unique in its own experience. And so the reason I bring this up is because I want to remind ourselves and myself that each day is precious, and that today is precious, that our life is precious, and that if we're doing things that we don't really love, is that how we really want to spend our time? Like that day that comes that will be our last day and our last breath, will we feel proud of what we've created? Will we feel proud of what we stood for? Will we feel good in what we leave behind for the loved ones in our lives, for our children, our parents, our family, our tribe? Are we doing our best to be useful to the world at large and giving back to the collective and healing the world as much as we can? You know, none of us are saviors or heroes, but are we doing our part to leave the world better than we found it? And I know for myself, when I look at the effects of my generation, I see the damage that we've done, and I'm doing my best in my small efforts to share in the ways that I can to be useful. And so today is about tuning in with your Dharma. You know, in Buddhism, the word Dharma, this is our purpose. You know, it's our path. And so what is your path? And making sure that each day and each moment, each inhalation and exhalation, you have pride in what you're doing and how you're showing up in love, how you're showing up in your anger, how you're showing up in all of your emotions and all of your experiences, because one day will be our last day. And that doesn't have to be something to be afraid of, but something to contemplate, something to contemplate. So that being said, I'm going to move the body physically and release some energy. This is a heavy topic to bring up, but we need to speak more about these things that are highly uncomfortable, but inevitable, and find a way to find the beauty in them. And so let's move the body. We're going to start standing, and we're just going to cleanse the breath first with breath of joy to bring ourselves just really through the body. But come to standing first, ground the feet, hands alongside the body, relax the shoulders. Take an inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands down to the center line, palms pressing down, bringing the energy down. Inhale, rise. And exhale, pull down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, down. Hands alongside the body. You can look at me first. We're going to do breath of joy. It's rejuvenation for the body, for the breath, and really to arrive. So this topic is not an easy one, especially if we are facing death. If we have a loved one or ourselves have a sickness in the body that is really bringing exhaustion into the physical body, it's important to revitalize and nourish as much as we can in this form. So it will look like 3 small inhalations and then a big exhale to just release and let go. So it will look like this. So inhale goes forward, sideways, forward, and then exhale, let it come down. We're going to go through 8 to 10 rounds. I'll let you know when it's the last round. Relax the shoulders, relax the muscles in the face. Be here, slight bend in the knees, and let this nourish you. And we begin. Last. Fold down. Hands to the earth, let the head drop in, let the back line get long. Again, this is not an easy topic, so if there's any resistance or hesitation, and you're still here, I really encourage you just to be soft with yourself. If the body begins to contract or tense, or the heart begins to race, thinking about these concepts, these truths, and just slow down. The contemplation and thinking about these without the attachment to fear can allow us for preparation, really to connect with the body, the mind, the heart. Take an inhale, reach up all the way. Exhale, hands to heart. Hands alongside the body. So we're going to do a little bit of trauma releasing, and we are going to, and it's going to sound a little intimidating, or it can be, we're going to scream into the hands. So if you've done this with me before, you know how, but something that I really want to pinpoint is you want the scream to come from the back of the throat. We don't want that high-pitched, like shrill scream, because it could hurt the throat and the vocal cords. We want it to come from the back of the throat, so we're releasing any stuck energy in the body. When we're looking at topics like this, there's a part of us in the shadow that says, no, I do not want to see this truth, because it's scary. In our society, we deny it, we repress it, and we put it in the dark. This is allowing it to be here, and also allowing our anger to be like, why hasn't this been available before? Why haven't I been able to talk about this? Why am I so scared? So if emotions come up, it's okay. You can just come back to standing, and you continue when you want. We'll go through a couple of rounds. I'll let you know when we're going to stop. We'll take a long inhale, and then the exhale will scream into the hand, and we'll bend the knees and we'll shake as we go down. I'm going to demonstrate one first. So just the entire exhale, we let go and stand. Take a moment to integrate. And again, make sure the scream comes from the back of the throat, not the front. So we take care of our vocal cords. And let's go together. Nice big inhale. Standing. the energy move through the body. A lot can come unstuck. Let's go again. Inhale. Standing. Sigh out if you need. Tremble if your body needs. Sometimes we need a little shake. And again, inhale. Standing. So I've got a little bit of tremoring and emotional release here. Just allowing my body to shake. If this comes up for you, just little shakes. Sighs. Let's go again. Take an inhale. And we'll do just that for today. Really allow yourself to tremor out anything that needs to shake in the body, ground the feet. You can flick the hands to release energy. Shake the body a little if you need. Any sighs can come out. This can bring up a lot. And maybe it doesn't. No expectations. Let's go ahead and take the feet a little bit wider than the hips. Bend the knees, sink the hips down. Palms together, yogi squat. Opening the hips up, sit up nice and tall through the spine. Shut the eyes down. So this topic, sometimes the first thing we want to do is run to other people to get validation that they're not going to go, that we're not going to go, that everything is okay. And there can be a veil that we paint onto our worlds by not going somewhere deep within, connecting with our core, our center, and having a very honest conversation. So I invite you here to really connect with your breath, connect the mind and the heart together as well. And just like you're, massaging the heart here, energetically, letting yourself know that it's okay to feel. Let's bring the hands to the earth, let the hips go up high, lengthen the legs, fold in. Take opposite elbows, and we just lengthen the back line. Our kidney meridian runs up the back line as well, connected to fear. So sometimes a forward fold, just surrendering into ourselves, coming into that introspection, relaxing the neck, closing the eyes, can help us to release any stuck energy in the kidney meridian, kidney line. So nothing to do here, but simply be. Hands to the earth. Inhale, press into the feet. Slowly roll all the way up to standing. Shrug the shoulders at the top. A few times. Shrug the shoulders forward. Let's take an inhale, reach up. Feet together, lean the hips to the left, fingers clasped together, reaching towards the right, look to the left. Nice and long through the left side body. To come back through center, lean to the right side, hips to the right, arms to the left. Look to the right. Inhale up. And exhale down to the earth. Step back to a plank position, top of a push-up, press into the palms. Slight rounding of the upper back, pull the core in. So we're staying here, static. Engaging the core, the inner fire. Take an inhale. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. So creating the V shape with the body. Nice and long through the back line. Press down through the palms. And again, we're just slowing things down. Introspective practice. Focus on the mantra, easy one here today. When you're in the mind, when you inhale, just count 1. And then the exhale, count 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Slowly walk the feet forward to meet the hands. Take your time. Let's take an inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center, hands alongside the body. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, half. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank. Lower halfway, elbows in by the ribs. Inhale forward to the tops of the feet, open the chest. And exhale, tuck the toes, press the hips back, downward facing dog. Inhale, walk forward. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, halfway onto the fingertips. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, slight back bend. Exhale to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, plank, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay in the body. Inhale, walk the feet forward. Take your time. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Alongside the body. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, lower halfway to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, walk the feet forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, back bend. Exhale, hands to heart. Alongside the body. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bow. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, plank lower, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. And exhale, Adho Mukha. Stay here. Let the head drop in. These topics, when we get into more of the human shadow, and sadly enough, the shadow wouldn't be the shadow if we didn't put it there. The process of death and dying, our anger, our grief, our sadness, our sexuality, those are put into the human shadow because so many of us refuse to talk about it. Bring the knees down, take an inhale, let the belly drop, look forward and up. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, belly drops, look forward. Exhale, round. Continue on your own breath. So a big aspect of our healing is to speak about the things that have been unspeakable, to get honest and true to your fears, to your curiosity. Before we don't have the opportunity to ask questions. So this is just an invitation to simply be curious about your inner world, about what you are afraid of, what you're curious of, what your beliefs are. Come back to tabletop, tuck the toes under, sit back onto the heels, our very favorite toe squat. Sit up nice and long through the spine. Close the eyes down. So personally, as I am sitting and processing and turning to deep study and reflection on the process of dying and my beliefs about death and what that means for me after and during, I'm having some really challenging conversations with myself. I'm finding out where my fear lives, finding out about what I don't want to talk about, and finding out about what I don't want to share with others. And I'm finding courage to communicate about things that I've never communicated about before, so that I can leave and allow my death to be just as useful as my life. Let's come on to tabletop. Take an inhale, stretch the right arm up. And exhale, bring it underneath the left arm, down onto the right shoulder, left arm forward. And so again, what I mean about the usefulness is saying the things that maybe I won't have the opportunity to say one day, making sure that I have forgiven, that I do my best to create peace for myself when this day comes. That I leave nothing unfinished, that I write down where I would like my things to go and how I would like to help others with what resources I do have so that they can be useful to those that are still here. Let's bring the left hand forward, reach the right arm up, and bring it down. Left arm reaches up. And exhale, bring the left shoulder down, right arm forward. So again, these are a lot of concepts that are challenging to look at, but so important. And I will say that in the contemplation of this and meditating on this and sitting with what my life means to me and on the other side, what my death would mean to me, it's making my life even more precious each day, each moment. My friendships, what I get mad about or impatient about is becoming much more clear. Let's bring the right hand up. Hands here. Just come back to sitting cross-legged, sitting up nice and tall. Let's drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Chin to chest. Left ear to left shoulder, head back. And just take some circles. So the reason that I share this with you in practice is for you to take what feels relevant to you and leave behind what you're not ready for yet. It's moving in the opposite direction. But each of us has one precious subjective experience. Our lives are so valuable, and so are deaths. They can be. So how can we also embrace this experience? Let's come back up to center. Take an inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And let's slow things down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale to the heart. Bring the right hand to the left shoulder, left hand to the right shoulder, embracing in. And I bring these topics up not to scare you. I bring them up because I love you. And I love each of my brothers and sisters. So whoever is watching this, you are not just another number to me. You and I have found each other for a reason. And I bring this up because I would like you to suffer less in the choices that you make and the choices that you don't make. I would like each day to be an opportunity for you to do the work that you are here to do, and to go to sleep at night knowing that you did your best, that you left things better than you found them, with more peace of mind to detach when you are ultimately asked to. And may we each stay here for a very long time. May we experience health and ease. But may we each find grace to let go with dignity, with integrity, with hearts full and compassion open when it is our time. And I pray for each of us that we find peace talking about the things that we have the opportunity to talk about now, before it's too late to speak about them. Bring hands together at heart center. Namaste, brothers and sisters. So thank you for practicing with me. This was not an easy topic, I know. And I encourage you, if you are looking for resources and support, I will post some in the section down below. And I will post about the Buddhist monastery that I was studying at, the meditation center in India, and the teacher that I worked with specifically on this process. And I encourage you to reach out for tools and resources so that you can educate yourselves and so that you can be aware of this process and how you would like to step more fully into it when the time comes. Sending you a lot of love on your journey here in this life and in our transitions. Namaste.